bathroom, which is the next part of our makeover madness in our house. And I'm going to talk you through some different things that I plan to do to the bathroom. And hopefully in about a week or two, I'll have everything finished and can post the results. So there aren't a lot of things that need to be done in our bathroom, which is perfect because remember, this is a property that we're planning on reselling or renting out. So as little as I can do to make as much money as possible is the way I want to go. Our bathroom has granite counters, which are going to be completely left untouched because why mess with granite when it's in perfectly good condition? I actually think that it's relatively new. There are some places that need to be touched up on the granite and around the granite because this was it seemed to be a really quick, somewhat messy job when they tried to resell this house. So there are some things that have to be adjusted just because they were done really quickly and kind of sloppily. Speaking of which, the cabinets at the bottom are fine. They're a little outdated, but I'm not going to change the way that they look. I am going to, however, make it to where the cabinets actually shut all the way. I am notorious for leaving drawers open a little bit and sometimes cabinets without pushing them closed all the way, but this isn't my fault. Mom, you heard me say it. This isn't my fault. Okay. If you look at the mirror area, you can't tell from the camera, but this is actually off-centered. And it looks like probably what happened was they didn't want to interfere with this electrical outlet, but it's kind of a good distance from the mirror itself. So one of two things will happen. Either I will take down the mirror completely and it's glued to the wall, so that could be a little tricky without ruining what's behind it. And I will turn it horizontally and reframe it. So take off this small, unsightly trim and reframe it. Or I will just go with a completely new mirror. There are a lot of really straight lines in this house, and I like to soften a little bit with some contrast. So if I did get a new mirror, I might make it either circular or oval and not completely rectangular or square. Other than that, in this bathroom, in this vanity area, there are two lights above, and they are ceiling mounted lights. And those, we originally had planned to redo electricity in a lot of the house, but that's pretty costly. So we're going to save electrical work for some of the main areas in the house where it's absolutely necessary and leave alone the rest of the electrical work elsewhere in the house. I am going to change out the light fixtures. That's just a quick, easy update. So that's what I'm going to do here. I have these ceiling mounted pendants. So that's the bathroom vanity area. The only other thing in this area is the closet, and it just needs a little bit of touch up and then paint on the walls. So speaking of the paint, and the paint on the walls is exactly the same here and in the bathroom itself. It's not a bad gray, but it's a little bit too silver for me. Okay, so this is the main bathroom area. And we have just one sink, and it's not a double vanity, it's just a single vanity, which is fine for us and is going to be fine for most first-time home buyers or renters. So this is pretty much a replica of the vanity area. Same thing has to happen with the cabinets. Because this is so much white, I might change the color of the cabinets, but I haven't quite decided that yet. It really depends on what this bathroom looks like when I finish everything else. And then I'll make the decision about whether to paint these or leave them alone. The previous owners had already adjusted the handles and knobs for the cabinets, so that worked out perfectly for us. The things that I am most concerned about in this bathroom are, number one, the trim on the outside edge of this mirror. It's the same as the other mirror and in the guest bathroom, so that has to be adjusted. And again, I'm not taking this mirror down. It's huge. I'm going to leave it. I like this large mirror. But I am going to adjust the trim on the outside of it. It's glued on, so I'll have to be really careful when I take it off. Or if I feel like that's going to cause more harm than good, then I will leave it alone and just build out the frame so it's a little bit thicker and has a little more intricate detail. Finally, our shower doors obviously are quite ugly, so we will be taking these down or replacing them with curtains. The bathtub itself is perfectly fine. If anything, I might paint it. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it be. However, in the bathtub and the shower, the fixtures are outdated, and I don't know if you can hear it, but there is a constant leak, and it is the most annoying thing in the world. It works out because it's pretty ugly anyway, and we already have a new shower head, but we've got just a few things to adjust at the top there. And then our bathroom will be done, except for, I forgot to mention, I am going to change the trim at the bottom. So this trim does not match the new trim that we have, and that's a super easy update. I just have to yank that up and put in the new trim, and then we'll be good to go in this bathroom. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to show you the results. Some